Assalamu alaikum. I hope that you are doing well. Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala habibina Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. The true believer always remains in a state of seeking forgiveness, saying astaghfirullah. So we continue talking about Surah al-Baqarah. We will see what is the reality of obstacles and whispers. We stopped at the point of whispering when Muhammad returned to his home and the difficult stage began. I had a previous experience with whispers during the school of istighfar, seeking forgiveness. The problem lies in the frequent use of the word obstacle in Arabic, عكوسات, by many people. Just to make it clear to you, obstacles is a question. Do you truly want God and you are seeking to change yourself? I will give you an example. If you want to practice sports for championship, the first thing that will resist you is your body and your subconscious. What people call obstacles is a misunderstood concept. The truth is you want to move from a level to another, and your subconscious and your society and also the devil will not accept and they will not leave you alone. The common concept of obstacles is that things are not going well. All that doors are closed. The truth is the name obstacles is a punishment for many people. You should not call everything is obstacle because by using this name you claim to clear yourself of error. And this is a problem, my friend. When starting istighfar, this annoyance appears for a short period. So not everything is obstacle. The whispering at home was not obstacle, but a test of sincerity of my resolve to read Surah al-Baqarah 4 times. This stage does not last long, except for the people who insist on their sin. It is not logical to complain about obstacles while you are holding into sin, like cigarettes, relationships, music, drinking, wherever. I did not acknowledge the word obstacle because my focus was on the goal of destroying the old Muhammad. You must discipline your old self so a better version will appear. Your goal should not just be solving financial or worldly problems. At that time, I had a strong determination to fight the battle. After I harvest the fruits of istighfar, I did not find a specific symptoms like dreams, magic, while I'm reading Surah al-Baqarah. Physical pains and dreams are often because of a sin, which that sin will open for the devil. Excessive fear opens a door to mess with your mind. And if they control your mind, your reality is affected. You are the first one responsible for filtering your thought. The whispering stage was violent because I won't throw it in the past without the morning and the evening remembrance. Adhkar, Surah al-Baqarah without the remembrance is harder because the internal toll was very scary. The trick lies in surrendering to fear and open the door for whispers. When you read Surah al-Baqarah, you expel the devil and the companion spirit, Karin, remains. The companion spirit, the Karin, try to make you fall through desire, such like the desire of food, which leads you to movies, bad movies, and other things. And the goal is to make you fall into a sin, to open a gap for the devil to return. One should have trained on these matters in the school of Istighfar. In my panic, I was given a space for my companion, the Karin, to mess with me, even thoughts of religion in an appropriate place, like a bathroom. I was trying to focus on any physical thing in front of me to distract my mind. So the matter in the end is a game of focus. And who speaks more? And where is your focus? Through istighfar and prayer, you became the one who filters your thoughts. Istighfar is intellectual filtering that gives you better quality of thinking. When you pray and you try to focus any thoughts that comes to you during prayer, express your real problem. You give those thoughts during prayer more than their actual value. Your guide to know how upright you are is your ability to intellectual filtering. during the stage of istighfar. All believers must be seekers of forgiveness to possess this filtering. So when you filter your thought, you will not follow others in their traditions like a donkey. Istighfar trains you to face the whispers that come to you even in the bathroom. The devil waits for you to sleep or use people from your family to provoke you to commit even one sin. If you commit a sin while you are reading Surah Al-Baqarah, do not claim that you have obstacle or a loving jinn. People call it possession. The companion is the one who suggests this idea in your brain. So if you believe him, you will lose your will before you claim that you have a possession. Ask yourself, did I commit a sin? The confusion you live in is a result of your actions and evils of your soul. Possession is like entering a hospital for infectious disease without protection. And making a sin is like shaking hands with people inside the hospital and opening the door for it to enter. I was afraid of returning to Surah Al-Baqarah with a sin because its punishment is very severe. The tax of sin is either paid as a punishment or erased by Islam. Sin and Surah Al-Baqarah never meet. Reading Surah Al-Baqarah while insisting on a sin makes you an evil person. So that sin what makes a person hate person and act against the purpose of Surah Al-Baqarah. Whispering increases if you magnify it and fear it. The internal voice in an appropriate place is the voice of the companion. I used to distract myself by focusing on other things and practicing the game of letting go. In meaning, you put God in the first place inside your heart. Discipline in the school of Istikhara paves the way for entering Surah Al-Baqarah easily. Surah Al-Baqarah does not stop the sin by force, but it helps you to return your natural instinct and hate the sin. After Surah Al-Baqarah, you become the master of the sin. If you return to a sin after Al-Baqarah, the punishment is a severe because you choose it by your own will. So always put on your mind, not all cases are magic. The companion plants ideas, so you fear dark and illusion. Just to let you know, cold water was very effective in expelling whispers, inspired by the story of Prophet Job Ayub. So cold water will help you a lot with whispers. When you pamper your body and your companion with too much comfort, be careful with that because he will take control. So he will talk and say, I'm tired. I cannot say Astaghfirullah. Come on, let's stop, my friend. Surah Al-Baqarah is not just a story. The meaning of Baqarah is not a curve. It means splitting of a thing, means splitting it open and understanding it. When you read, a unique version of you appears, full of kindness and politeness. Surah Al-Baqarah returned me to my natural instinct and made me soft and person who loves everyone. I went out to people with my of Surah Al-Baqarah are very beautiful. Blessing appear in everything, even in a piece of a bread. And my advice to you, do not leave Surah Al-Baqarah. If you start, the heartbreak of living is a catastrophe. In the end, my friend, I want you to understand this. The system, the matrix, which we call it, Taghut, wants to steal our will through desires, and connecting with God is the way to liberate. Start with istighfar first to whip away sin, so you will be a person who can control himself and not following desires. So you need to understand this. You control or they will control. And that's why they put a lot of bad thing inside to commit a sin. And they know that one sin you will lose your willness. So doing sin gives them the control to control Africa, for example. So my friend, try to control yourself because the world is entering to another state, another stage. So be careful and hold your family. So start with the istighfar to whip away sin so that Surah al-Baqarah does not feel heavy on you. So be careful and see you in another video.